Okay, so we're going to finish off the lesson by going over these last few examples from the notes. It says, state what additional information is required in order to know that the triangles are congruent for the given reason. Okay, so here we want to be able to prove these two triangles congruent by side, angle, side. So we notice that there's already one side from each triangle with the same tick mark. Okay, so we definitely have one of the S's. So we need an angle and another side. Okay, so we can get the angle that we need for SAS by, again, noticing that we have vertical angles here, and angles that are formed by an X. So we have those. So we have the A. Okay, so right now we have a side and an angle from each triangle. So what we need to do is name another set of sides congruent to complete the SAS. Now we have options, right? We can either pick, right, if we focus on this triangle, we can either pick side YW to mark up or side YT to mark up with a tick mark. Now, it does matter which one we pick to get this second side for SAS. Because remember, in order to do SAS, the angle that's tick marked has to be in between the two tick mark sides. Right? So, for example, if we marked up this side, YW, here's the two sides, there's our two S's, but the angle is not in between. Okay? But if we mark up side YT, so now here's our two tick mark sides, and here's the angle in between the two sides. Okay, so we definitely want side YT to be marked up here. So we need to get YT as part of our required information. Okay? So we're going to say side YT is congruent to, now we need to pick another side aside from the other triangle. So again, we're not going to pick side SU, because if I tick mark SU, right, it doesn't have the angle in between the two sides. So what we need to mark up here is side ST. Right? So we need side YT to be congruent with ST, side angle side. I'm sorry. For us to be able to get these two triangles congruent by SAS. Number 12, we want to prove these two triangles congruent by angle, side, angle. So we see right off the bat we have from the two triangles an angle marked up. So I'm going to go ahead and check mark one of these A's. So I got one A, one angle from each triangle. So I need a side and another angle. Well, here's another situation where we have these two triangles that share a side. Okay, so we talk about when they share sides. We can tick mark that right away. So we have our S from both triangles. We have one side from each that are congruent. So now we need to complete the ASA postulate by finding another set of angles. Okay. So again, let's focus on the top triangle and say, well, what if we pick angle L as the angle that we want to mark up? Right, but again, if you see the arrangement of the tick marks, I have two angles and a side. However, the side that's tick marked is not in between the two angles. Again, that's the one we need. Right? If we're going to do ASA, we need the side to be tick marked in between the two angles. Okay? So we're going to change our angle placement here, and we're going to pick this angle right in here. If we pick that angle, now you see here's our two tick mark angles. The side is in between, right? So we want this angle. Now we're going to name that angle with 3 letters. We're going to name that angle LVW. Alright, so again, we have to name this angle, this particular angle with 3 letters, because we can't just call it V, because there's actually 3 angles that we could potentially label angle V. So that's going to be a little confusing. So we want to use 3 letters here to name this angle. Alright, so we're going to have it be congruent, so we're looking at the other triangle. So again, we want the same arrangement, angle, side, angle. So we're going to pick this angle right in here, because that's the angle that's going to put this side that's tick marked in between the angle tick marks. So again, we're going to name that angle, angle XVW. Okay, moving on, example number 13. We want to prove these 2 triangles congruent by angle, angle, side. So you see from both triangles, we definitely have both A's. So I'm going to check mark that off. So I'm not looking for another angle. Each triangle has 2 sets of angles tick marked already. So we just need to pick the side. Okay, so again, let's decide which side from this triangle we're going to tick mark. Okay, so now, okay, we are not going to tick mark side AB, right? Because if I tick mark this side, then I have angle, side, angle. Right? I don't want my side to be in between the 2 angles, so I'm not going to pick that side. Right? So we can pick side AC. So if I tick mark AC, here I have my 2 angles, and here's the side that's not in between. Alright, so now we need to go to the other triangle and mark up. So we've got to have AC from this triangle. Be congruent to. Now we have to be careful which side we're going to pick to match up with AC. We cannot pick side VW. The reason why we can't pick that side is if you take a look at this angle, this side that we tick marked here, it's attached to a side which is also attached to this angle tick mark. It's a double tick, right? If we tick mark this side is attached to a triple tick mark, angle tick mark. So that's not the same. So we want to pick the other side, side UW. Right? Because UW, that tick mark, is attached to that double angle tick mark. Right? So UW is what we need. Okay. 14, we want SSS. Okay, so far we have AB is congruent to RC. Again, here's a situation where both these triangles share side AC, so we can tick mark that. So that gives us 2 S's. So we just need a third S. Okay, so now this one's a little bit easier, because we just have these 2 right here left to tick mark. So we're going to say BC from the first triangle is congruent to side AR from the other. Alright, last example, for 15, we want to prove these 2 triangles congruent by HL. Okay, remember, for HL we need right triangles, and we definitely have right triangles here because of the right angle symbol. And we have this side congruent. So now we need to decide, we need to figure out, is this side congruent? That's tick mark congruent. Is it an H or is it an L? Well, if you recall, H represents hypotenuse. Alright, and the hypotenuse is the side opposite the right angle. Alright, we do not have the side opposite the right angle tick mark. Alright, so that makes these 2 tick mark sides are L. So we need, in order to prove these 2 triangles congruent by HL, we need the hypotenuses to be tick mark congruent. So here's the right angle. It's going to mark up that hypotenuse, so ST is going to be congruent on the hypotenuse from the other triangle. This one right here. So ST is congruent to NM. Alright. Alright, so again, if you have any questions, shoot me an email, and soon as I can. All right, you guys have a great day.